Okay, okay.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias. you,
I will try.
I don't
I
know.
tried my best.
I don't know. You can speak very well Spanish or so.
No, no.
Oh,
Unfortunately not.
let's talk about the good news. The band will release their album number 6 called Opera in August 23, and big will release on
Mhm.
via Nuclear Blast Records. I must here to congratulate you and the rest of the band for making another great album in their history. How do you feel about exceeding your expectations and the people saying that this album is going to be one of the best releases in this year, Francesco?
Oh, thank you very much. It's good to hear. And yes, the feedback so far is insane. I mean, like we were very happy with the album, and when we listened to the album for the first time, we kinda realized that the album was one of the best we ever had in our catalog. But you never know. I mean, like people are sometimes there's something that you really like and they don't, and some other times there's something that you are so, and then they go crazy for that. So you never know what to expect. But the feedback we got for the first three singles so far is amazing. So I'm pretty sure that people will love the album. Also, we started getting the reviews, and we get super high scores and very nice words by the webzines. So I'm very confident that this album is going to be a game changer for us. So very happy.
It's very good to know. I want to know, Francesco, from Veleno in 2019, we know that the band are facing several problems. Like example, the pandemic, change of members in the lineup, and waiting to the moment or the right moment in praying for the people again. Was 5 years from when the longest break from this album, from this new one. How do you feel in coming back with new and fresh material for the fans?
Well, the reason why we stopped is several. Like the lineup change hasn't been like complicated too much for us, because the songwriters stayed the same. Me and Francesco always been the songwriters of the band. So Paolo stayed with us until he could, and then we decided to go on as a 5 pieces. So it's been very, like I'd say, very smooth, the transition, and yes, he basically couldn't keep up with the touring, so he had to take a step back from the band, because nowadays a band is mostly touring all the time. So he couldn't be on tour with us because he found a new job. He has new commitments home, so he decided to let us go as a 5-piece, because we didn't want to find a new member. We found a new guy at the very beginning, but he was so busy with another band, Ludovico was busy, so we decided to stay like this. And as for the pandemic was a disaster for everybody, especially for musicians and everybody that performs. So we also suffered a little bit of a lack of inspiration at that time, and so things went slowly. And in 2021, I had an accident, very bad, and which is also the topic of opera. So opera talks about this accident and the recovery process. The recovery process, it's been 3 years so far, so it took a lot of time, and we needed to kind of have a new. You need to have something to say, otherwise you do pointless albums. So we waited for the right moment to start writing, and we started after my accident, and it took like a couple of years to release the album. So we're very confident that the album is going to be well received by the people, because it's the story itself is a true story, so it's also interesting in a way, because it's the first time we do something like this. Usually we always talked about other stories, but this time it's autobiographic, so it's a different story. It's a different time this time.
As you mentioned before, we know that Paolo Rossi, for personal reasons, had to lead the band. Over the years, I know that you are a multi-instrumentalist, playing the guitars, vocals, drums, keyboards, and now bass. With the decision to make the band a five-piece member will be permanent in the future, or do you consider looking for a bass player, a permanent bass player, can you more playing comfortable on stage?
Well, at the moment, you never know, never say never. But for now, we feel very comfortable. And when we took this decision together with Paolo, because I was asking him, some suggestion how to carry on, and he said, since Veronica was basically, singing his parts from now on, and we were looking for another guy, but we were struggling because you need an experienced guy, and it takes time to start getting along. I played with Paolo for 20 years, so it's not easy, to change. So we took this decision, and he kind of blessed us. It was like, yeah, you should do it. Let's do this way, and then you see. And so for now, we keep as a five-piece, and then next time. We will have in the future we will have the opportunity to rethink the band setup. Maybe we will change our mind. But for now, it's super effective. The lineup we have is the best according to the old members. If you ask Paolo or Tommy or Cree, which is the best lineup in terms of quality, in the end, they agree that this lineup at the moment is absolutely, solid.
Okay, let's talk about opera. I must to tell you, the whole album is a delight from start to finish. Veronica has done excellent work in the vocals, and the rest of the band, of course, had the same presenting all the energy, all the force. The production is remarkable. The same work, the same compliment for Jacob Hansen on the mix. I must to say I Can Never Die, Pendulum, A War With My Soul, the bombastic morphic words, Till There To Do Our Part, are songs that the people are looking forward to hear in the concerts. All the people or the fans for the band wants to know what offers now Fleshgod Apocalypse with opera in the conceptual arc.
Well, the album itself is an opera. The story is true, is my story, but we make it as an opera, as a poetic, like it has dialogues. It's built as an opera. So basically, what's new is that we're gonna try to bring this opera vibe on the live sets, and when you go to a concert, you know that what you're gonna have is not gonna be only people performing on stage, only the sound, but also the visuals and everything. So this is the next step for us at the moment. So becoming more entertaining and for the live show, more theatrical, and this is, it was a consequence of the idea of doing this opera thing, So I'm looking forward to play in the next shows, because we have a bigger production, and everything is gonna look super amazing on stage. So I think the people will love it, and of course we're gonna play the new songs, and we're gonna start with a few new songs, and then the more we're gonna go on, we'll add new songs from opera. Maybe one day we're gonna even perform the full album, one in a row, and then plus some other songs. So let's see. You never know.
I had a curiosity about this album, Francesco. The track Matricide 821 appears on the album. The people might think as what happened in August 21. I don't know. It's a kind of reference, or it's a kind of event that appears in the historic conceptual of the album?
The date is the date of my accident, and the whole album is about the accident that I had August 21, and I almost died, and so it took me 3 years to have like a regular life, because it was super bad. And that song is about the sense of guilt, and the whole album is like the story and confessions, and it's the whole concept is, as I said, it's a true story. We just make it in a poetic way because we wanted to make a classy, keep it classy and as Fleshgod as possible in terms of style. But the story this time is my story. So also the dates and everything is real. So yeah, that day I had the accident, and for my mother was like dying together with me. So that song is about the relationship that I have with my parents, and so it's a very personal song, and it's very important to me, especially the lyrics. So yes, that date is when it all started. So, yeah.
Oh, it's very stronger that you say about the song, Francesco. I don't know about your accident. I am glad that you are well in this case.
Yeah, well, the accident it happened in 2021, and it was a very bad accident. I almost died. So it took me like almost 6 months between checks and hospitals, and I underwent few surgeries and everything, and and some damages and injuries are permanent, so they're gonna stay. So the whole process of recovery was long, and it's still happening. Especially psychologically, it takes a lot of time to accept a few things. So it's it's a long process, but everything is working well, so everything is going back to normal, so I'm happy.
Okay, my friend, let's throw away the bad things. Currently, we're talking about the good things with the new album. Many people say that if Veleno was a masterpiece for opera, perhaps the people, even in my personal comment, is the definitive version of the band in the 70 years of existence. Francesco, what is the formula for the longevity of a band like Fleshgod Apocalypse that has made great albums, especially this one in the history? You improve the formula, and the formula and better and better and better in each album.
I think that the formula, if you want to call it as a formula, is the honesty. We always wrote what we like, and we always wanted to make the best music for us and for the people, but first of all for us. So we never we never forced ourselves to do stuff. As you said, we stopped for 5 years, 6 years, yes, because there wasn't much to say. When you have something to say, then you can even find the right music to talk about what you want to say, and it takes time. Sometimes it's a super long and frustrating process, but it's the only way to keep making good music, because otherwise you just start copying yourself. There's no evolution, and when there's no evolution, then it becomes boring, and becomes boring for you, and then you are bored, and then you write worse, and then it's like it's a domino effect, but in a bad way. If you keep staying curious, and you keep staying super honest with yourself, then things are gonna go well in a way, because sometimes they go bad, but most of the time they are, they go well, because it's clear that things evolve with you, with your age. So It is not something that you're forced in, you know, like, oh, I have to write an album. Let's pick up some riffs and put them together. No, it's nothing like that, you know. And especially for a band like Fleshgod, which has a complex songwriting, you cannot do that. You know, you have to be inspired, and it takes months, years to make an album. So
currently, many bands around the world use the technology for make covers or even to make music. We refer to the artificial intelligence. In the point of view of perception of Francesco Paoli, is good or bad that the musicians or the bands use the artificial intelligence for make this kind of works?
Artificial intelligence, it's a part of the times we live, it's a part of the evolution, and I will never be against evolution. I think that is a great means. I think that is a great tool, let's say, for you know, exploring more options. I don't think it's good to have to use it for a definitive project. That I don't think that, because you can tell, you know, that what is you know, the result of artificial intelligence and whatnot. And even if tomorrow, you know, we will not be able to tell, that is going to be part of, you know, of a fake world. You can use it like, it's just like the digital, you know, when we moved from the tapes to the digital, people start saying, oh, this is the death of music, and it didn't happen, you know. Same thing when we started using Photoshop instead of paintings, you know, oh, this is the end of the of painters, and it didn't happen, you know. We worked with the painter, you know, and we invested in that anyway, you know, after all these years. So I think it's part of the progress, and it's something that you cannot fight. You just have to control. More probably, you just have to use it for your own benefit, you know. And so it's a tool. It's a tool. So I'm not against, but I'm definitely pro, you know, real people doing art, and not just you know, just copycats that are, you know, made with the AI. And also I don't think that AI will ever, you know, substitute the people, because in the end everything is like, especially now, it goes through the concert, you know, the promotion of a band, the financial status of a band, it's depending on the concerts. So, you know, it's all about the people, and that is gonna stay. So I'm not concerned about that, you know. There are many other things we should be much more concerned, like wars or the global situation, like political situation in the world, is much more scary than any artificial intelligence at the moment.
Very interesting point, Francesco. Okay, regarding the relationship with the label Nuclear Blast, we know that the band worked with the label since 2011 with Agony. What are your thoughts about this interesting friendship or relationship work with you and the label?
I think that it's you know, now it's a long time, and Gerard was doing like, he's working for Latin America. Is the main IAR from Nuclear Blast, and is doing all the Latin America and Mexico, and the guy is amazing, you know. So the relationship is very solid, especially because, you know, we both trust each other. So they know that we are going to deliver, and we know that they are going to do a great job of promoting and distributing the albums. So, you know, we are very happy with them. And now I think this is the 5th album we do together. So it worked out very well.
About this interesting discography that the band have over the year, Francesco, what do you think about Fleshgod Apocalypse make a live album? This is possible in the future, or do you consider this kind of project of these characteristics is very expensive?
No, well, as I said, you never say never. I mean, we don't have a project at the moment, but I think we wanna do something like that, maybe with an orchestra.
Yes, we could be very perfect to fit the
That would be great.
live show.
Yeah. So why not? We just need to find the right time to do something like that.
Many fans here in Latin America want to see the band. Possible in 2025 with this new album in the streets?
Yes, absolutely. We are coming back to Latin America, but I don't know yet when, but I'm pretty sure that in 2025 we're going to be there. I hope in the first half of 2025, but we still have to figure out what's going on, in the world. And now we start with North America, and then we see. But I'm pretty sure that things are gonna be pretty cool for us, especially on the live situation. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be back to South America, Latin America pretty soon.
What is next for Fleshgod Apocalypse with this awesome album in big letters? I don't know, more promotion? I know that you released 3 videos, I Can Never Die, Pendulum, and Blue Rock.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had another music video on mind, or you are preparing concerts in the next days once the album are released.
Yeah, no, we have concerts. We play in Portugal the day of the release date, and then we have the full American tour, and we have another video coming out on the release date. So there's a lot of things, but we worked a lot on the promotion. So because we knew that the album was, the people would have liked the album, so we just invested in the promotion, and now this is paying off. So I'm very happy about that.
Okay, my friend. What message do you want to send for all the people that enjoyed this interview? And again, thank you so much for your time here in your home.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you, and all the best to everybody listening to the radio. Thanks.